Hey, Cancers. How you guys doing? I just sort of saw something in my back. I thought maybe it was a fly or something. Anyway, welcome. My name is Patty. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot for August 16th through the 22nd. We're at the end of August, guys. Can you believe it? Holy Toledo. If you're in school, wow. It's already starting, and it's already getting started for a lot of colleges and stuff. So hang in there. All right. Let's see. The full moon. So those full moon energies are going to be here. I haven't done a thumbnail. I am going to do a full moon reading. Just not quite sure when. So I'm recording this on the 13th. So I will definitely post a thumbnail when I do that, hopefully. But if you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell, and you will know when I do the full moon reading. I do astrology, numerology, and intuitive tarot. It's divine driven, so you'll see a lot of energies, different kinds of energies through this tarot. So sometimes it'll be just one, and sometimes divine or whoever on the other side will give me several people energies that it could be portraying to. So if you don't start hearing that it resonates with you, it may just start resonating with you. All depends on the energies that come through. All right, so let's see what is going on for Cancers. All right. Something's not as it seems these days. What is it, guys? What is it? Whoa. Well, this might be a good thing, or it may be. I've had a lot of low vibrational energies come through, trying to come through anyway. But there has been a lot of lower vibrational energies. I think it's because of all the energies that's going on in the world right now, and even in the United States. So definitely just keep your vibrations high in love and light, and definitely second card, first card. In things that bring you joy and, of divine, and keep praying for that, because we definitely need that. All right. So here we go, guys. So Divine's card is about smoke and mirrors, and it's the number 6. Okay. The number 6 in numerology is about balance. It's about peace. It's about calmness. It's about bringing harmony, or improving something in your life, or learning something new that's going to improve your life, that kind of a thing. The smoke and mirrors is a lot about, like what isn't seen isn't so kind of a thing. So let's go ahead and I've been learning these cards now, so I sort of have an idea what they're saying, but let's make sure that I'm on track. All right. So smoke and mirrors. So we're actually built to view the world inaccurately, which is very true, because, again, we're talking about between first dimensional and second dimensional, right? When we talk about smoke and mirrors, we're talking about first dimensional, which is the world. So our 5 senses tell us we are separate from one another. We're conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know that deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond the illusion. So you got to be asking yourself, is it illusion? Is it true? Is it not true? Sorry, it's really hot in here, so I have to pat myself every now and then. Sorry, guys. But definitely we have to ask ourselves, is that something that is true? Now, how do we know if it's true or not? There's 2 ways to know what truth is. Is it worldly truth, or is it divine truth? Divine truth is always constant, never changing, is absolute, and it's the absolute truth. Earthly truth is definitely an illusion, like the writer was saying, because things can change. And truth is based on what? Because it's in the world. Are we basing it? It's sort of like being in the USA. My truth is whatever our culture is, that everybody should be doing it. That's an illusion, right? So we also need to look at that whatever it is on this earth, it's an illusion to truth. That's the energy of the low vibration saying, okay, yeah, believe this. We were fed a lot of lines of bull when we were little, and that's why we have problems, because we weren't old enough to have a cognitive sense of our brain to know what is real and what is not. So actually, we really need to work on what is a smoke and mirrors, because the world is actually not absolute truth. I don't know how to put this because I'm trying to think of a clear way to say it. It's because it's always changing. It's based on somebody's opinion. It's based on the way somebody was learned. If you go to the African culture, their way is the best way. It's totally different. America's the best way. So, it's construed. So earthly truth, I don't go by. I have to do research in order to maybe believe in something. But I go and ask divine, is this absolute truth? If it is not, then I don't believe in it, because the divine has absolute truth. Okay. So when we're talking about smoke and mirrors, what is an illusion and what is not around you at this moment, what is really true, and it's like I tell people, it's like you get these red flags of, relationships. You got a red flag. You got 3 big red flags in the very beginning. Why'd you continue dating them? Why? That's the illusion. That's the smoke and the mirrors trying to portray something very nice and very good when you know deep down that they're probably a butthole, kind of a thing, because the red flag showed it. All right. But your current energy is the magic prayer. So these smoke and illusions, this magic prayer, there is something that you've been asking about, something you've been inquiring about, something you've been wondering about. Maybe even something you've been doubtful about, and you've been praying about it or meditating about it or asking the wrong people, because you're asking the world, because it's the number 5. It's very unstable. It's not giving you the answer that you want. And sometimes when we pray and meditate and we're new at it, it's very uncomfortable because we're out of our box. And that is okay. When you pray or meditate, there is no right way, no wrong way, because he already knows who you are and already knows what it is. So just ask, is this right? Is this wrong? Am I getting, told a line of crap? Am I told, are they promising me the moon and there really isn't the moon? I just witnessed that with an interview yesterday. Just by some of the words that they were saying, and then the offer in the reading of the job, it wasn't 2 and 2 did not make 4. So I know they're giving me a line of crap to actually get me to do this job, which I'm saying no. Because if you get in the very beginning, 2 and 2 is not equaling 4, I'm gone. Because that's integrity. That's absolute truth. That is something that is smoke and mirrors. That could be your work. I mean, people try to get you into something. Look at, there's $1,000 sign-on bonus, $5,000 sign-on bonus. But you get in there and then it's a world of HE double toothpicks. That's really what this is the things you got to pray for. Show me the absolute truth. Show me the red flags. Show me the signs that this is an illusion, a smoke and mirror situation. Okay, those are some of the things. It's very uncomfortable to ask those things, but once you get used to it, it's just part of you. Okay, your future energy is number 1, something new, something exciting. However, it's the bone collector. What is she about? She is about carrying everything with her. Let's take everything with me. And again, that's smoke and mirrors. This is in a relationship. Okay, the smoke and mirrors, maybe there's a relationship that you had or having or possibly going to try to have. Maybe that's becoming manipulated from the other side, is that that they're going to carry everything with them. Or is it, because this is a new energy, this is something new coming in, or is it an energy where they have nothing to bring to the table? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is and we can do it, females can do it, males can do it. I'm not going to pick a gender, and I'm not going to go into the other genders. Anybody can do it, okay? The thing is, it's mostly, I hate to say this though, guys, and don't yell at me, it's mostly men that do this. But women do it, where we allow somebody to come into our life and then into our home, or into whatever. Well, you know what, and they don't have any aspiration. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what the plan is. So they bring nothing, and they drain you. They're energy vampires. They're all kinds of, hi, welcome, and they're energy vampires. They're financial vampires. They're lazy vampires, that kind of a thing. And what I mean by that is you sort of have like, I'm just doing a hypothetical, guys. Okay, women can do this too. So you meet a person. Oh, do you have a job? Oh, right now I'm between jobs. Oh, okay. Well, and then you go out and meet them a little while. Man, I'm just getting kicked out of my house, blah, blah, blah. They might be lying, or maybe their roommates say you're lazy, you don't get a job, get out. So then you let them in. Hey, you can sleep on my couch. And then, oh, you know what? My car, I'm out of gas. Can I borrow $20 for gas? And then, oh, by the way, my car broke down. Can I borrow your car? And, oh, by the way, now you're living together, and this dude is just draining. That's what I mean by coming to the table with absolute nothing. That's why, ladies, it's so important. Hello again. Why it's so important to ask a question. First question out of your mouth, when you're starting a date. So what do you plan on doing in the future? Or do you have any goals? When they say, I'm just going with the flow. Bye. No, not really. Bye. Because that's not a person of inspiration. That's not a person of somebody who's moving forward. They're just hanging. That's also more an immature type of person as well. So really pay attention to the sign. I would say both men and ladies. That should be one of the first questions that come out of your mouth. Oh, so what do you see yourself doing in, the next 3, 5, 10 years? I don't know. Bye. Really? You don't, what would you like to do? I don't know. Bye. Really? Because it's really, really, yeah, it started with a kiss. Never kiss. Not right away. Yeah, you're right, Ann. Smoke and mirrors. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get to your reading. It's one of those days. It's so hot here. Maybe it's melting my brain. That's okay. I go by spirit anyway. Oh, too funny. All right. So who's being the pessimistic? Well, you guys, Cancers are sort of moody. So, you could be pessimistic one day and optimistic the next day. But we're starting out pessimistically. So who is that? We got to change that. Because you know what? Pessimistic or being negative or allowing yourself to stay. Sometimes we all get that way, but allowing yourself to stay there. That's your first card out. That's not something that you want. And especially, I just did, I'm what are you calling it? Exporting it so I can put it on YouTube. I'm still learning all these terms. I'm exporting a video that I just did, Fear. I just did a remake of it because I think it's really, really important. And that's going to be uploaded tonight. So I probably will be putting that in the description tomorrow. But it's really, really based on fear. Your low vibrations, that's where the devil card just wants you to stay there. That devil card wants you to just somber in his mud and his muck and everything. And he also loves this bone collector because he can figure out which way to really keep you in somber, whether they bring a whole bunch of baggage or they bring no baggage. It's our job as free will to ask the questions. All right. So, but somebody's starting out, well, it never works out for me. It never, they're always using me. That's you doing that. You're allowing that. This is the thing. This is smoke and mirrors. You cannot allow. You allow people to be and treat you the way that you want to be treated. That's smoke and mirrors. So the fear is getting that strength and that strongness to say, nope, you're not bringing all that junk with you, or if they have too much baggage. I knew somebody, and I still think he's a wonderful, wonderful man. But when we met, he was just gone through a divorce. He said he was healed. He said he was fine. He said he was over it. But I could tell he wasn't. You knew it. And so, it was sad because we got along so well, but I had to have the strength and courage to back it off because I knew he needed to heal first. Now it's been 2 years. He's still not healed. He's wallowing in that muck, and he doesn't know how to, but he knows it's fear. He goes, I know, I just don't want to be hurt again. Well, he's worried about the baggage that's coming along with it. Thing is, he has to be strong enough to ask about that baggage. So how many exes do you have? Or how long ago did you get divorced? Or how long ago, have you been together? And that kind of a thing. Because here's the thing in your first energies is we manifest the energy that we put out. So if there's a Cancer out there, I don't know if this is you or somebody this way. It doesn't even have to be a Cancer, but it might be you have a Cancer in its line, is that if you put out the negative energies, you're going to manifest energies that are negative. If you're gonna say, well, all I do is you find I hate to say this, guys, and I'm sure you got a name for us too, but all I keep meeting is dogs. Dogs. Well, that's a very negative, low vibrational energy. So you are bringing in dogs. So if you were to turn that around, which is very hard to do, it takes a lot of courage and energy to think, you know what? I have met some pretty unruly guys or gamers or whatever. And you know what? I'm not going to put the next person in that category. And you shouldn't, because if you do, then you can't manifest positive. You can't manifest things of great. Because the thing is, if you realize the smoke and mirrors, you release the energy of stress. You release the energy of wasting time. You release the energy of being bound to just a darker, low vibrational energy, your shadow work kind of a thing. So that is something that really, really, it's up to you. In the center card, this big center card is about what you're asking for, what you're asking divine for. And the thing is, he'll give you what you need. It may not be what you want for the moment, but whatever you want, he already knows your desires. But it's very uncomfortable because if he gives you what you need, so maybe you want tall, dark, handsome, maybe you want, very educated, maybe you want good money job kind of a thing, but he gives you somebody that's not quite as tall as you wanted and maybe not as handsome as you wanted, but has a really good heart. It's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Sometimes it even becomes fearful to people because you're not used to it. You're used to dogs. Yes. Well, and that's something that, Andrea, very, very good point, because that is something that you learn in the very beginning of dating. Even if they're well established, they can actually be very much a taker. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. It could be very much, but you learn that because you watch and you pay attention. Get that Virgo energy, get that Hermit energy in there, and analyze this. And you can ask things. How do you treat your mother? How's your relationship with your mother? I know that sounds really stupid, but and do you have an animal? And how's your relationship with your animal? Because when there's a man that has some compassion and empathy and stuff, it's how they treat their mother and how they treat an animal will tell you so much about a guy. So much about a guy. And you will learn a lot. There's questions you ask on the first few dates that they have no clue what they mean, but then you actually have an answer on their integrity, their morals, their values, and that's just one way of doing that. I'm not sure where the word flee came from. Flee, it has two meanings. Flee is, well, it could be, men could be this too, women could be this too. A flea is a bug on an animal that literally bites, continuously bites and annoys the animal so that it scratches itself to almost get raw. Yeah, some people can do that too. It could be also an attitude towards a person or an attitude that it's just an annoying thing that keeps, and they're very, very, very hard to kill. Okay. The other thing is flee is to leave. Okay. That kind of a thing. Yeah. But yeah, a dog, there's lots of fleas on dogs, but also too, we could have that too. And again, that flea, okay, so think of this that was actually a very good thing. And because you have to look at a flea as an energy vampire. Okay, a flea will suck the energy out like a tick will, and now the tick is something that attaches like a flea, but it buries its head into the skin and draws the blood, and it really does drain it. But the thing is, it drains you of your energy. It drains you of yourself, because you can't. When you're tired, you cannot think clear. You cannot do things clearly. And that's when the devil card, and that's when the energies of the low vibration come and pounce in. Okay, this is what's happening with this, whoever this Cancer is, they're draining their energy. So if you've got somebody in your life being an energy vampire, you have the manifestation to remove that, and then it's going to release a burden, because it's going to give you more energy back, more clarity back, more life back. And when a dog is full of fleas, then what do? You give them a flea bath, you give them whatever to get all that off of them. Here's the thing. You put them outside again, what happens? More fleas come. That is toxic. So if you're looking at as a human being, a good analogy, that's those toxic people in your life, those people that keep coming back. It's sort of like having a boyfriend that breaks up or a girlfriend that breaks up, and they come back and they just hang out and they just keep in touch with you. Okay, that's like, you broke up with me, so why do you want to keep calling me? Why do you want to still see me? Why do you want to hang? Or why is it, you just keep showing up? It's because they're like that flea. They don't want you to keep moving forward. They don't want you to keep moving forward because they're going to be the burden on your back, because they know that you're a good thing. They just don't know if they want you or if they want to have a relationship with you, because it's fear. Fear, 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 fear. And the thing is, they either want to keep you around for emotional support and to keep feeding them love, because maybe that's what they're looking for, emotionally want that emotional love, or they're keeping you around for a booty call because they physically need it, because maybe they're not getting it elsewhere. That's sucking you dry like an energy vampire. You can choose to allow that or leave it. Gosh, I'm going through so many things. I'm not even into your reading yet. Too many cards. I'm going to take these first three. Okay, so yeah. Whew. All right. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I'd love to do some research of the flea, of what positive thing does a flea bring. I don't know of any. They're just suckers. Just like a tick. They're just a blood sucker. All right. So let's see what else we got going here. So definitely this is a mindset issue. It depends on how you're going to manifest it. If you're going to have energy vampires around you, or are you allowing them around you? Because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. I love this, though. In the beginning, or in the center of your reading, is the Three of Cups, which is about celebration. So what that means to me in this reading is there is change. There is a thought process change, or there is a spirit mind process changing, a transformation. So whether you're listening to me, or whether your intuition is telling you about somebody or someone's, that you're really going to not allow them to suck you dry with their smoke and mirrors, and it's bye-bye time kind of a thing. This is a celebration time right now, because this is a time where you're probably in this week, in the next couple of weeks, going to start figuring things out. You're going to be starting to look at people in a little bit different way. You're going to be sort of watching over and seeing actually who is giving you smoke and mirrors. And what's really great about this is a celebration is that you're going to begin to not let those people in. So that does take courage and strength, but that's, I think, what somebody's been praying for. Okay, courage and strength to, be strong enough to say no. A lot of people, how hard that is for some people to say, I used to be that way. But this is at the center. So yeah, there is some little stinker trying to come your way because they're trying to bring that low vibration energy to your celebration. Okay, that's not acceptable. That's sort of like somebody who comes in just to create havoc all the time. Families have somebody in their family. There's always that person that just wants to create havoc. Okay, or there's somebody in your circle, or there's somebody in your workplace that just wants to rain on the parade and just ruin it for everybody because they're not happy. They're not getting what they want. They're not. So they've got to take it from somebody. So as I think Seals the man, his grandma told him, a thief does not come to an empty house to rob it. They go to where there is value. Think about that. You're the value. Okay, so they want to take something from you. And I thought that was so wonderful, so wonderful. This is your challenge card, guys. With your challenge card, this is about work. This is about looking at what you have been doing, saying, yes, good job. This is your center card. There is celebration. That means you're going to pay attention. For somebody, you're going to be paying attention to everything that you're going to be thinking and doing now about letting people in, letting them not, because you definitely don't want that baggage to come, that extra baggage, because it costs you a lot. It not only costs you, it's going to cost whoever is around you. Because when we decide to allow somebody in that is low vibrational, there's a ripple effect. If we allow somebody in that is very healthy mind, very loving, caring, compassionate, there's a ripple effect. So you have to decide which ripple effect you want. Now, if you got kids, that ripple effect shows to the kids. And dogs and things like that. Well, the reason why I say that is animals can really hone in on who is really not a good person. But the other thing, too, is that you do not want to be affecting your children in a low vibrational energy. That smoke and mirrors person. Okay, oh, yeah, I really love kids. Oh, yeah, and then later, then all of a sudden they're not doing anything with your kids. I've had that happen. And that, we're going to all get to know each other. We're going to, play games. We're going to do that. And then when we got together, it was like, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And I'm like, no, I'm a package deal. So you had said, this is what you were going to do. This is why we moved forward. And that smoke and mirrors. Bye-bye. No longer. All right. Be gone, flee, be gone. Yeah, I love that. I love that. How to get over an ex and how to move on. Yes. Andrea, please email me. It's, anything I do is for free. So yes, email me. Definitely that is just an energy that you are hanging on to. And I'll just give you this little tidbit, is that why do you want to hang onto an energy that no longer wants you? That doesn't benefit you in growing positive. And there's several reasons why it probably didn't last, and that could be, and I can't guess on that because don't know you well enough or don't know you, but a lot of the times the divine takes that person away because, one, we don't see what is coming. We don't see what's on the other side of that person, that smoke and mirrors, and he does. Or the other thing, too, is we don't understand that maybe I would say communication is a huge, huge part of people breaking up, because one perspective has a perspective like my perspective and that person's perspective. I didn't take the time to understand their perspective and feed that, and that person didn't learn my perspective and the things I need and feed that. So it's sometimes very selfish. It's I and me. It's not we. So we understand each other. So a lot of the times that. But if somebody leaves me, bye. Don't let the door hit you because you don't know what you've missed. You have to have confidence in yourself, what they're missing out on. and what you have to offer for that person. If they want to say goodbye or if they want to leave, bye. I'm not going to let them stay. I'm not going to, you don't let the door hit you in the face or in the butt or wherever. You want to back out, go ahead, back out. Yeah. So, but definitely if you want to, you know, talk more, just email me. All right. All right. So let's get some clarification on here. All right. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit of clarification. Nope, I guess not. Let's see what he's wanting to say here. Sorry about that. I've got two screens going, so I'm trying to see you guys and trying to see the other thing at the same time. So there's something coming in fast for communication. So there's maybe a message coming your way. Really pay attention on the vibrations and how you, please think before you act. Please listen to your spirit first. Let the spirit tell your mind, and then allow your body to act or react in this, because there's something coming in for a very fast. There is something coming in that I don't know if it's going to be smoke and mirrors, but this might be a test that Divine is going to see where your strength is at. If you can say no, or if you can say, what do you call that? I value myself more than you, only because what you're offering me is not of my value system, my moral system, and my integrity. So there's something coming in, a message, a phone call, an email. I don't know if you're on social media or dating sites or whatever, but just remember, this is in the center of your reading. All right? Definitely in the center of your reading. Okay? So let me get some clarification on this bone collector and see if I can see if it is somebody that is bringing too much baggage or if there is no baggage. You know, if this person is just trying to use you or whatever in the future. Again, this is your mindset. Yeah, it's not somebody that you want to be in tune with. So keep your vibrations up high. Okay, it might be somebody that is more of a creative nature, more of a younger nature, but there is an offering here. However, there's a lot of standing up for your values, of standing up for who you are. Don't ever lower yourself. Always bring them up. Bring them up. Okay. Yeah. If you have to fight and stand up for your integrity and stand up for your beliefs, definitely. We have the page. We got another page, 3 pages. So there's something, message coming in. There's definitely, and then it's going to come in quicker because we have the eight of Wands. So we have the Page of Cups. Somebody's going to try your heart. Really be mindful of that. Okay. And I guess because your current energy is your magic prayer is just ask for the wisdom to know if it is smoke and mirrors. And you really have to listen to your intuition. I'm surprised we didn't have the Queen of Cups come out. 6 of Cups, definitely about your cups, and the stars. So here's the thing, is I believe that with these 2 cups, the 6 of Cups and the star coming out next, is what I really truly believe, that this is going to be in your best interest. Something is going to turn around. I really believe that your mindset is going to open up. It's sort of like, okay, I'm going to see the light a little bit more now. I'm going to pay attention a little bit more now. And this challenge card is going to actually show that you've done some work on yourself, your self-esteem, your self-value, your integrity, because we started out with the 5 of Cups, and somebody's thinking more on the negative side, on the low vibrational side, which means lower self-esteem, lower values, allowed that smoke and mirrors to come in just because they didn't want to be alone. That kind of a thing. So I see this turning around. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And as you do it more and more and more, you guys, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So if somebody really wants to talk to me, male-wise, because I'm single, like some of you guys, and I can talk to them on the phone just once for probably half an hour, maybe even less. and I will know if they're blowing smoke up my butt or really what their intentions are. And because I ask certain questions without them knowing, so I can see if they're feeding me a line of bull or what they're really after, that kind of a thing. Or if they're so fearful that they've got to be this peacock showing me all this beautifulness right out of the chute, then I'm going to say, okay, you know what? It's going to take time a little bit to know you, because I got to peel those onion layers back to see really what type of person you are. And it may take a phone call or two, but I don't meet people right away. I just don't. Because you know what? I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time. Time is precious and you can't get it back. So I don't want to waste my time, and you should not want to waste your time. Definitely in low vibrational people, low vibrational things, with low vibrational jobs, that kind of a thing. You don't want to waste your time on that. All right. Let me go ahead and pull one more card since we're over. Holy Toledo. Let me see. Oops. I just bent a card. I'm so excited. I'm getting some new decks coming in too, so I'm really excited. Those won't come in till next week though. Woo, too many cards. Yeah, thank you all you guys for coming in and making comments. I love that. I really, really do. It really, I just enjoy seeing my viewers, helping my viewers, and that's why I do everything for free. Emailing's for free. Everything's for free. Get Balanced 2020. For those of you who are new, as you see down below, I posted up the Spiritual War. I posted up a series, 3-part series for sexual abuse, especially more for victims, and also people just to educate. If you know somebody, how to sort of walk around them, help them, support them, and that kind of a thing. And then I'll be putting up fear. So I love doing that for you guys, because we can actually break out of these low vibrational energies. Definitely, definitely. Take time to breathe out. You know what? If you ever feel rushed in a relationship, just take time to breathe out. If you feel rushed in your work, take time to breathe out. If you feel rushed in anything that you're doing, take time. This is your journey, your life. This is everything. If it takes time for you to turn around from a negative, low vibrational energy thinking process, then take the time. But there's no saying, okay, it's like when my brother was murdered, everybody's like, oh, so, you're still on that. And I'm like, there's no time for grieving. Everybody grieves differently. Take a breathe out. There's no rush. You just don't want to spend your time in the wrong place, right? You don't want to spend your time in the wrong place. And that's where I want to get at with you guys. Why did that happen? Sorry, I'm moving this around so I can see your comments. There we go. There we go. Oh, well, thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. You know what? They're reads, but you know what? It's not me. It's, like the last reading on, who was it? Who did I just do? Scorpios. I was having a little hard time, and the word that came in was complacent. And I don't usually use that word, but that was the word that Divine wanted to use. So please understand that I'm just the conduit, and hopefully whatever comes up in this reading, that it helps. And if it resonates with you, or if it resonates, you're like, oh man, this sounds like, Susie or John or whatever, then that you share it, because this whole idea is about changing ourselves around to a positive person, somebody of high integrity, values, and morals, but most of all, really listening to Divine, because that is where everything changes around 100%, actually 180, because I used to live the world. I used to make horrible decisions, low vibrational, and it kept my life swirling down into the toilet, literally. And when I got down to the bottom of the toilet, didn't like the smell of that crap so much, I turned my life around. Actually, Divine kicked me in the pants, set me in this one place that was at the bottom of the toilet. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. He goes, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you done yet? And I'm like, I'm done. And then literally that changed my life that day, that minute, and brought me back to a whole different way of thinking in life. So it's the way I should have been, because of my abilities. Yeah, I was just fighting them all those years. So Anyway, I hope this was good for you. Please share this with your friends if you have Cancer friends or in their line Cancer. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the likes. I really, really do. It does help the channel a little bit. I don't know how. Don't ask me. I'm a boomer. I don't know how all that stuff works. But please do subscribe and hit the bell. I don't know when the full moon reading is going to be on, so the bell will give you a notification when I do that or when I'm on next. So I'm glad you guys made it. I'm glad I was on for the time that you could be here. Sounds like a blood bank. I just read that. Yes, it is. Blood bank. Not for you, though. For somebody else. But yeah, do have a wonderful, wonderful day. And we will see you again on the 23rd. And watch for that upload. If you're not subscribed, you won't see the upload. But the upload of fear and having courage and facing your giants. That might help you too with getting over your ex as well. So, but do email me if you want to. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.